Blog Talk Radio.
Check out the full episode of this on MENTELLECT Patreon.
Because people get into relationships because they're seeking happiness or so-called completion in their life. Like, they're seeking happiness. They're seeking good times with a companion, someone who they're compatible with, someone who they can rely on, someone they could be with. And, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong for wanting and expecting that or, desiring. There's nothing wrong with it. But long term, ask yourself, is that really for real? Is that really for real? Because everybody that has been in relationships, right, they went in with the intention, most people anyway, they went in with the intention of being happy in that relationship, in said relationship. They went into it being happy or thinking they were going to be happy. But we all know, those of you who have been in relationships, real relationships, we know that something called real life happens. Something called real life happens in relationships. You see? Something called real life happens in relationships. And the reason why, when I say real life happens in relationships, I mean that, people get on each other's nerves, people fight, people disagree, things like that. All of this that happens in every relationship. And that means that the relationship is not going to always be the happiest one. The relationship is not going to be the happiest one, not always going to be the happiest one, because these things take place. Because these things take place, and
for the complete broadcast, you're going to have to go to MENTELLECT Patreon. Go to MENTELLECT Patreon for this complete broadcast, because it will not, I guarantee you, it will not be on YouTube. Subscribe to MENTELLECT Patreon and join the American Republic.
Subscribe to Ethnic American channel. Subscribe to MENTELLECT Patreon and subscribe to the new women's channel, MENTELLECT Presents, the women's channel on Patreon.
And subscribe to High and Mighty Talks on YouTube with NUBEN MENKARAYZZ.